All right, friends, welcome back. We're going to real quick, this should not take long, talk about turning an improper fraction into a mixed number. So what we mean by that is if we have something like 5 over 2, that's an improper fraction because our numerator is greater than our denominator. How do we turn that into a mixed number? So what we would do is when we're turning something into a mixed number, we're thinking about, all right, how many wholes are in here? So the way I like to show it is I've got 5 over 2. I'm going to take away one whole. And in this problem, one whole is equal to 2 over 2 because this denominator is 2. Okay? So now I'm left with 3 halves. And that's still improper because even though I took away one whole, my numerator is still bigger than my denominator. Does that make sense? So then I can take away another whole, which again is 2 over 2. I like to circle when I take away a whole just because then it makes life easier for me when I go to find out what this is all equal to. And then 3 halves minus 2 halves equals 1 half. Now, can I take away another whole from this? Right, I can't because my numerator is less than my denominator. So now I'm done. So my answer is, okay, well I had 2 wholes and then 1 half left over. So my answer is 5 halves is equal to 2 and 1 half because these 2 wholes that I took away are right here. And then this extra 1 half, that's what I put as my fraction. Nothing has changed about this amount. I'm just representing it differently. Okay? So if we look at this one, I want you to pause the video and go ahead and try converting 8/3 into a mixed number. So hopefully gave it your best shot. There may have been some struggle, and that's okay. We're learning here, right? So if I have 8/3, one whole is equal to 3/3 here because this denominator is 3. Okay, so I'm going to subtract 3/3. And I'm left with 5/3. And again, I'm going to circle it just to keep myself in check. Then I can take away another 3/3. And I'm left with 2/3. And now since that is less than 3/3, that 2/3 less than 3/3, I know I'm done. So then I know that 8/3 is equal to 2 wholes, right? I've got 1 whole here and 1 whole here, and an extra 2/3. Now, what you might have also figured out is it's kind of like we're breaking this into groups. And when we break something into groups, we're dividing. So I could take 8/3 and turn that into my division. How many groups of 3 are in 8? So to set that up, go like this. And now we know this division. We've done this for months, right? Now I'm just going to multiply by 2. Subtract 6. Left with 2. I can't put another group of 3 into 2. So my answer here would be 2 wholes, because that's how many groups I put in. And then this 2 becomes my numerator. So it becomes my 2. and I need 3 in one group. So that becomes my new denominator. Make sense? What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 3 more problems. I'm going to pause it. Try to do all 3 of them, and then we'll show the answers. Okay? So here are your 3 problems. Convert these into mixed numbers. Let's go ahead, pause your video, do your very best on all 3, and then we'll go from there. So the first one, I guess let me go back to the normal color, would be equal to 2 wholes and 2/5. And I could use the same strategies I used up here, except instead of subtracting 3/3, I'd be subtracting 5/5, right? Or I could set it up like this, and that would look like 12 divided by 5. This one would be equal to another 2 wholes. No, I'm sorry. That's wrong. Sorry about that. Everyone makes mistakes, see? 4 wholes and 1/4 left over. Okay? Again, I'd be subtracting 4/4, or I could do 17 divided by 4. That is a 17, not an 11. Okay? 29/3 would be 9 wholes and 2/3. All right? So that's that. Okay, if you need to come to office hours, we can work on that more. There is an extra practice sheet in that Monday folder on Schoology, so you can go ahead and do that, and that should help you as well. All right? And again, if you have any questions, please let me know. Come to office hours. Yeah, that's it. Good job.